Hello, Aries. It is time for your mid-June 2025 reading. We're going to start off with an oracle card to see what your primary energy or theme is for the second half of the month. And we have the Chariot. It's time to make that move. If there's something you've been wanting to do or a decision you've been waiting to make, now is the time to do it, to seize the moment and take the chance. Just get on the ride and go. Things will move more smoothly. For some reason that wants to come out more smoothly for you once you get this decision made. So if you've been, for whatever reason, dawdling on it, trying to put it off, trying to avoid it, just do it. Just make it happen. It is time. All right, let's see what your tarot cards have. Ace of Swords. Okay. Four of Wands. Three of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Two of Swords. Decisions. And Five of Swords. If you've been holding off on making this decision because you don't want to admit you're wrong, or you don't want to let somebody else win an argument for some reason, that's kind of what the Five of Swords is about. Fives are a challenge card, and apparently we're starting here with you. It is a card of it's a test to see if you're really ready to move beyond something, to move to the next step or stage along the way. If you're not ready, then you're going to hold back. You may mislead. You're going to say the wrong things. You're going to want to win the argument at all costs, which doesn't just hurt other people. It ultimately hurts you and your reputation. It's not worth it in the end. So if you find yourself in that kind of space here toward the end of the month, try to check yourself. Try to remember that this is not the time. This is not going to benefit you in any way long term. You're going to have to keep coming back to this until you learn the lesson. This is your gotcha moment if you're not careful. So it felt like that needed to go first, and it feels like it might be related to this card here, the Three of Swords. This is a card of disappointment, potentially heartbreak. This is where you may have had rose-colored glasses on, or you thought things were going along much better than they were, and you were ignoring what your intuition was telling you, what your feelings were telling you. You were trying to avoid the truth about something that was going on, and now you can't ignore that anymore. What's done is done, and this is done. It's over, at least on an emotional level. It is not what you perceived it to be. And there can be anger there and grief there. Try not to, well, we'll see how we go here, but the goal here is to not hold on to that forever. Eventually there's this recognition that this was meant to happen, because this relationship or whatever the idea or belief was that you had your heart set on, it was false promises. It was a false premise. It's something that would not have lasted and would have done more harm to you long term than just ripping the Band-Aid off now does. As much as you might hate it, as much as you might be angry about it, it was necessary for this to happen for your long-term growth. So you may want to stick to how you feel about whatever this decision is, rather than what you think you should do or what you think somebody else might want you to do. That's why this person is blindfolded. They have facts about the situation, right? They know what they know in each hand. Those are the cold hard facts. Now, what they want to do with those is up to them, and they have to make a choice here on which way they want to swing that sword, or both swords. You're going to have to trust the intuition. You're going to have to trust the emotions when making that move, when making that choice or decision. Because you ignored your feelings here. You need to trust them here, because that's the one thing you can count on. So tap into that. Then if we go up here at the beginning of the month, or the second half, beginning of the mid-June thing, you know what I mean, around the 15th-ish. We're starting off here with this Ace of Swords, which is fresh energy, fresh ideas, new thoughts, new beliefs, new energy coming in, maybe even new information or communication about something that is inspiring you and something you would love to do. And it's possible that your desire to pursue this was being blocked by whatever this was. So this had to get out of the way because this felt right. The idea really has dancing in your mind and has you excited. But then you went, well, but then that can't happen. Or, but, oh, but I shouldn't do this. Oh, but I shouldn't do that because this person might be mad or that person might be mad. You need to be living life on your own terms, Aries, and doing the things that feel right, that really trigger your heart and your passion, that fire, rather than dousing it and cutting it down. That's what's going on here. And you also need to trust it when making your choices. And don't get caught up in wanting to win the argument. There's no, it's a lot of energy to spend on something that doesn't benefit you. And in amongst all this, we have this Four of Wands, which could be indicating maybe you're going to a wedding, or maybe there's going to be an engagement party or something like that going on. It feels to me like this is where maybe you learn some information that leads to this, some new information that leads to this, and maybe that's partly where that comes into. But there's this happy celebration. There's this sense of joy of being part of a bigger, broader community with this event, whatever it is for you. Doesn't necessarily have to be a wedding or an engagement. It could be a retirement party, birthday party, etc. But it is a big thing where you're bringing two different communities together to celebrate something, uniting two different communities. And there is a celebration of that. Let yourself enjoy it. Let yourself have some fun here. And let yourself celebrate this with everybody. Give yourself that break, that time to feel into that kind of energy, because that's what you want to draw into your life. You don't want to draw the self-criticism, the doubts, the fears of what somebody else is thinking or what somebody else might say. You want this. Okay, so what came through is you're going to recognize from this event that what you thought was real is not real, because it's not this. It doesn't feel like this. And you recognize that, and you're going to be forced to kind of acknowledge or come to terms with the fact that what you thought it was, you always felt it wasn't. You just convinced yourself or decided to go along up until that point. So that's a lot. That Aries is what I have for you for your mid-June update. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below to let me know if this resonated with you or not. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.